What's up, guys? It's me, and Techie Gamer. Welcome to a very special vloggity vlog. I almost didn't do the vloggity vlog. Yesterday, guys, I showed you my haul for Con, and that made me pull out a lot of old stuff, to make sure everything's working. And so far, everything's working except for the Genesis, because I don't have the right plugs. I don't have the TV to use the Genesis. Anyway, so I have which has gotten me to pull out all of my retro games. So I thought, you know what? Since I got it all pulled out, why not I just show it off to you guys? So let's start off with my very first console. So holy crap, we have the two stacks of Nintendo 64 games. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 per stack. So I got 24 N64 games here. It's nuts. So we're just going to one by one go through. We got Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, a game I just recently picked up from Con. This works. This is so much fun. This is a very sad cart. I had the original Super Smash Bros. I got this like 5 years ago. And literally a month after I got it, the cart died. So it's literally just a show. So I got to get another cart of this and just like write on it, display cart, because it doesn't work anymore. Moving on, then I've got Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction. Yes, the fighting game for Powerpuff Girls. Actually, let me wipe my camera because my camera is very dirty. My lens is very dirtily. Very dirtily. There we go, now it's focusing on the games. Moving on, we have the other James Bond game on the Nintendo 64, The World Is Not Enough. This one and GoldenEye, I can't tell you how many hours I've given away to these games. It's just as much fun with GoldenEye. Improved upon GoldenEye, really. One of Matthew's favorite games, another one of Matthew's favorite games is right under it. Cruisin' USA. This game was a lot of fun to play. Just driving across. This is the Crew before the Crew and before online. Driving across the UA arcade style. This is a fun time waster as well. As well as that, I have F1 World Grand Prix, just your standard Formula 1 racer. Then, one of my favorite N64 games, definitely on my top 5, we've got Star Fox 64, a freaking classic. I have to Let's Play this game. Nope, I get a text. Yeah, I have to Let's Play this game. This game is just amazing. And funny thing enough, we're actually going to run to another copy of Star Fox, because I actually have a lot of duplicate cartridges from cousins and from eBay. Moving on, I've got my only Mario Party game I own, Mario Party 3. Don't know why 3, but that's just the one I have. A lot of my N64 games were games my parents bought for me before I knew, and knew about video games. I was just like, ooh, game, play it. And I didn't really ask for any. I was just given a couple of games every once in a while. But, so I didn't really know how to choose, or didn't really choose games. I just got games. Moving on, we have Mission Impossible. This game was a lot of fun to play, too. I remember having a lot of trouble playing this game when I was younger, and then coming back to it and just beating it all in over one weekend. I felt so successful. This was so much fun. I might have to Let's Play that game, too, if I can find a way to record in my Nintendo 64. Moving on, we have one of my dad's games, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, all in one cart. This was awesome as well. Graphics of the Super Nintendo on the Nintendo 64, but with the processing power of the Nintendo 64. That game was fun to play when I was allowed to play it. I started playing that up a couple years ago. Then we have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I don't think I've ever actually played this game. I'll have to bust this out and play it, because I don't ever remember playing it. I gotta say, I love the style of the Nintendo 64 cartridges. So classic. And lastly, on the first pile, we have Asteroids. Hyper Asteroid 64 Hyper, or Hyper Asteroid 64, whichever you want to play. This took the classic 2D perspective of Asteroids, gave it a 3D perspective, and made it just as much fun. Once again, another one of those games where I just wasted so much time. Moving on to the second pile, we're going to start off with Doom 64. This is actually a game I got recently. I should do a rant video on that, talk about that, go into detail. But basically, I got this game by accident because I thought my Nintendo 64 died, so I got a new Nintendo 64. Turned out it was the power adapter, or the AC adapter that was broken. So I got a couple of games, and I have 3 Nintendo 64s now. I'll go into another story about why I have 3 Nintendo 64s later. Moving on, we have probably one of my favorite games on the Nintendo 64, Super Mario 64. And what I remember as my very first video game, I played the living hell out of this game. I have 3 files on here that have been 100%ed, 120 stars and everything. This is what my childhood was when I was a kid. If I wasn't playing on the NES, I was playing Mario 64. Not even collecting stars, just goofing off. And another time on Classic, like I said, we get to it. We have GoldenEye 007. My lord, this is another game I wasted my time on. As you can see, I've got my name written on here. Because I actually, funny thing, because of that extra Nintendo 64 I got, I have 3 GoldenEye carts. I had one I played as a child, and then I'm going to skip over it, wherever it is in the pile. Actually, here, let me jump over it, because I have my cousin's copy of the game. Don't know if you can make out his name. And then I have my cousin's copy of Star Fox. So really, I've got 2 duplicate carts here, and then somewhere in that pile, I've got another GoldenEye. So I'll just immediately put those over. Then another time waster of a game, I got Toy Story 2. This was, sorry about that, guys. I meant to hit the pause button, but I hit the stop record. But anyway, moving on, Toy Story 2, another, a movie licensed game, and an actually decent one. This one was a really fun game, and I remember playing the living hell out of this one, too. One of the few movie licensed games under, under Activision, of all people, that was really, really good. I really enjoyed this one. And it's gonna be super long. Oh my goodness, we're not even done with Nintendo. We're not even done with Nintendo 64 yet. Moving on, we have Paper Mario, which is probably one of my very first RPGs. Once again, another great time waster that I played hours on end. And when I came back to playing it after, putting my N64 down for a couple of years, actually understanding the mechanics, I flew through it. Still, though, to this day, I have never beaten it. I cannot beat Bowser in the final boss. Moving on, we have a very obscure title. We have Hexen. I got this along with Doom 64 and that extra GoldenEye card. When I put it in the X64 to see what it is, it's literally a Doom ripoff, but with magic in an RPG fantasy background kind of thing. So this is really weird. It's published by GT Interactive Software. I've never heard of that company. So yeah, this is a neat obscurity. I guess you could say it's a hidden gem, because it's exactly Doom-esque. It plays just like Doom, and the HUD is almost identical to Doom. Moving on, I should move these carts over here. We have Tom and Jerry, Fists of Fury. Once again, another one of those games I had that was literally just a time waster. One of the few beat-em-ups I actually have for my N64 that I was allowed to play, because, like I said, little Nintendo wasn't allowed to play Mortal Kombat. I didn't know we had Mortal Kombat till I literally went digging through my drawers here. Once again, I apologize, very messy drawers. And I was like, we have Mortal Kombat? And I just played it over a weekend, and I fell in love with it. But this is the other fighting game I played when I was allowed to play Mortal Kombat. Moving on, we have another one of my favorite games, another time waster, Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers. Oh my god, I can remember spending so much time with this game, and when I beat it, I was so happy. This game basically revolves around the classic Scooby-Doo episodes. You have the Black Knight, you've got the Snow Monster, you've got, what's it called? I can't remember. You're basically just focused around a bunch of Scooby-Doo villains. Sorry about that, guys, I'm back. But it just revolved around a bunch of classic Scooby-Doo episodes. But yeah, I remember playing this in my grandmother's house so much. Another one of my favorite games. And another game, we have Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, another game I remember playing a lot. Oh my gosh, I played this game to death as well. I didn't really get very far in it. I still don't think I've replayed it in a while since then. Since I first got my N64. But I remember wasting a lot of time just killing myself because the death animation was so funny. Going, whoa, that was funny. Then last but not least, we have Pokemon friggin' Stadium. Oh wow, it even has a "This Game Belongs To" sticker. Oh my god. This was another game that I wasted my time on for hours, and I mean hours, as much as Mario 64 at times. This got me into the Pokemon series. This was my first Pokemon game. Even though I've got Red and Blue, I've already showed those off. This was my pinnacle, the pinnacle of Pokemon LP. I'm saying it wrong. This was the pinnacle game that got me into Pokemon. I guess you could say it like that. Well, with that, guys, that's going to end off Nintendo 64. What I'm going to do is, because this video is already pretty freaking long, I'm just going to cut this up into parts. So I'll combine, since this has been long already, 24 carts here, man. I'm gonna split up NES, and Genesis into one video, since there are not a lot of games, not nearly as many as N64. But yeah, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, sharing my nostalgia and my first video game console, my first set of video games. So next time, like I said, I'm gonna be showing off my, I should move this over, even though you guys already saw them. Actually, I'm going to be showing off all my NES and my SNES games I've gotten. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see the NES and SNES today, thundershock that like button, comment, subscribe, and maybe I'll post it later tonight along with this one. So yeah, guys, see you guys next time. Peace!